Look, let's start with a story. A story so ridiculous it sounds like the plot of a terrible spy movie. But it's real. Picture this. A glitzy, high-stakes casino. Bright lights, loud noises, the faint smell of desperation. This casino had a massive database. It held the private information of its most important customers. We're talking high rollers, big spenders, the kind of people who probably own a monocle. You'd think they'd guard that information with an army of highly trained cyber ninjas, right? Wrong. So wrong. How did the bad guys get in? Did they rappel from the ceiling, like Tom Cruise? Did they use some super advanced quantum computing, code-breaking mega computer? Nope. They got in through a fish tank. Yes, you heard me. A fish tank. The casino had a fancy, internet-connected thermometer in its giant lobby aquarium to keep the fish comfortable. The hackers broke into the thermometer. From the thermometer, they swam, digitally speaking, into the casino's main computer network and stole that massive, 10-gigabyte database of rich people. A fish tank thermometer. This isn't a joke. A device designed to monitor the temperature for some decorative guppies became the weak link that brought a multi-million-dollar operation to its knees. All that sensitive personal data, names, addresses, gambling habits, was suddenly out in the open. Okay, so let's talk about cybersecurity. It's a big, scary word. It sounds complicated. It sounds like something you need a PhD and a hoodie to understand. But let's break it down. Think about your house. You have a front door. On that door you have a lock. You lock your door to keep strangers out, right? You want to protect your stuff, your family, your half-eaten tub of ice cream in the freezer. Cybersecurity is exactly that, but for your digital life. It's the lock on your digital front door. Your digital life is everything you do online. Your email, your bank account, your photos, your private messages, your embarrassing search history from 3 a.m. All of that is your digital house. And just like a real house, it has doors and windows. Your email login is a door. Your online banking app is a door. Your social media profile is a window. Cybersecurity is simply the practice of making sure all those digital doors and windows are locked up tight so only you and the people you trust can get in. It's that simple. Let's take a quick tour of your life in 2025. You wake up, your smart alarm clock already checked the traffic, and woke you up 10 minutes early. You stumble into the kitchen where your smart coffee maker has already started brewing your morning cup. You glance at your smart refrigerator's screen. It tells you you're low on milk, and it's already added milk to your online shopping cart. Before you've even had a sip of coffee, you have interacted with at least 3 internet-connected devices. You get in your car, or more accurately, your car gets you. It drives itself to work, navigating traffic. While you catch up on emails from your phone, by the way, is your life's remote control. It's your wallet, it's your office, it's your map, it's your photo album, it's your connection to everyone you know. You use it to pay for your lunch, to unlock the door to your office, and to video call your family. You check your health stats on your smartwatch, heart rate, and sleep patterns it tracked all night. Everything is seamless. Everything is convenient. Everything is connected. We've built a magnificent, convenient, interconnected glass house, and we've forgotten that stones exist. And there are a lot of people out there with pockets full of stones. If the fish tank story didn't scare you, let's try another one. Remember the Colonial Pipeline attack back in 2021? A group of hackers who probably operate out of a dimly lit room somewhere decided to mess with a giant American oil pipeline. They didn't blow anything up. They didn't stage a dramatic heist. They just locked up the company's computers and demanded money. The company panicked and shut down the pipeline, which supplied nearly half the fuel for the east coast of the United States. What happened next was pure chaos. Gas stations ran out of fuel. Prices shot through the roof. People were waiting in lines for hours, filling up plastic bags with gasoline, which is, and I cannot stress this enough, a terrible idea. It was a complete public meltdown, all because some hackers found a weak spot in a computer system. They got in through a single password that was found on the dark web. One bad password caused a national energy crisis. Let that sink in. It's like the entire country tripping over the same shoelace. Or how about this one? Equifax. The name alone should send a shiver down your spine. Equifax is one of the giant companies that collects your financial information. They basically hold the secret report card of your adult life. In 2017, they had a massive data breach. Hackers stole the personal information of nearly 150 million Americans. We're talking names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, the whole identity theft starter kit. They failed to update one piece of software and poof, the personal data of half the country was gone. These aren't isolated incidents, they are warning signs. So what actually happens when cybersecurity fails? Well, it's not just some abstract problem for IT departments, it's a disaster that happens on 3 levels. Think of it as a 3-layer cake of doom. The first layer is personal. It's all about you. When your personal data is stolen, criminals can open credit cards in your name, they can take out loans, they can file a tax return and steal your refund, they can empty your bank account. It's a nightmare of 1,000 phone calls to banks and credit agencies just trying to prove you are really you, but it gets worse. It's not just about money. Hackers can leak your private photos or messages to embarrass you. This is called extortion. They can use your email account to send scams to your friends and family, totally ruining your relationships. In the most extreme cases, they can use your stolen information to track your location or harass you in the real world. Your digital security is directly connected to your personal safety and your financial well-being. A weak password isn't just a bad habit, it's honestly an invitation for someone to ruin your life for profit. The second layer of the doom cake is business. For a company, a cyber attack can be a death sentence. Look at what happens. First, they might have to shut down their operations like the Colonial Pipeline did. That means they lose money every single minute they are offline. Second, they might have to pay a huge ransom to get their data back. Third, they face massive fines from governments for failing to protect customer data. And finally, and this is the killer, they lose their customers' trust. Would you shop at a store that you knew had a hole in its roof? And finally, we get to the top layer of our delicious cake of despair, the national level. This is where it gets truly terrifying. Cyber attacks can target a nation's critical infrastructure. We're talking about the power grid, water supply systems, transportation networks, and financial markets. Alright, let's get practical. Enough doom. Let's talk about solutions. The most basic, the most important, the most hilariously ignored: your passwords. Your password is the key to your entire digital kingdom. And yet for so many people, that key is made of wet cardboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 password QWERTY. Using one of those is not like locking your door. It's like leaving your door wide open with a giant neon sign that says, "Free stuff inside." You need a strong password. And no, adding a 1 at the end of your dog's name doesn't count. A strong password is long and complex. The experts say it should be at least 12 characters. Uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, symbols. The best way to create one is to think of a random phrase. Something like 4 correct horse battery staple. It's long, it's easy for you to remember, but it's incredibly hard for a computer to guess. Don't use your birthday, your pet's name, or anything else someone could guess from your social media. Now here's the next critical part. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot use the same password for multiple websites. Why? Think about it. If a hacker steals the password from your account on some obscure, poorly secured online forum for cat enthusiasts, the first thing they will do is try that same password on your email, your bank, and your social media. Reusing passwords is like having one key that unlocks your house, your car, your office, and your safety deposit box. It's a terrible, terrible idea. So how are you supposed to remember dozens of different, complex passwords? You don't. You're a human, not a supercomputer. You use a password manager. It's an app that creates and stores super strong, unique passwords for all of your accounts. You only have to remember one strong master password to unlock the manager itself. It's like having a digital keychain guarded by a dragon. There are many great, reputable password managers out there. Get one. Use it. It is the single biggest step you can take to improve your personal security. Do it now. Seriously, stop reading and do it. Here's another simple truth. That little notification on your phone or computer that says, "Update available," is not your enemy. I know how it is. You see that pop up and you think, "Oh, not now. I'm busy watching videos of dogs on skateboards. I'll do it later." And then later never comes. You hit "Remind me tomorrow" over and over again until the heat death of the universe. This is a huge mistake. A huge, enormous, colossal mistake. Those updates are not just there to annoy you. Software updates do 2 things. Sometimes they give you new features like a new emoji you'll never use. But more importantly, they contain security patches. When software developers find a vulnerability in their code, a weak spot, a broken window, they create a patch to fix it. That update you're ignoring is the digital equivalent of a handyman showing up at your house to repair a broken lock for free, and you are telling him to go away because you're busy. It's madness. Remember the Equifax breach? The one that exposed the data of 150 million people? That happened because the company failed to install a critical security patch that had been available for 2 months. 2 months. They had the fix. They just didn't use it. Hackers actively scan the internet for devices and systems that are running old, unpatched software. So here's the rule. When you see an update notification, stop what you're doing and install it. It usually only takes a few minutes. Better yet, go into your device's settings and turn on automatic updates. Your computer's operating system, your phone's operating system, your web browser, all the apps you have installed. So here we are. In 2025, our lives are more intertwined with technology than ever before. We live in a world of incredible convenience, a world of smart everything, a world connected by an invisible web of data. But that convenience comes with a price. We are living on a digital cliff edge, and most of us are walking around blindfolded. The threats are real, they are constant, and they are growing more sophisticated every single day. Ignoring cybersecurity now is like ignoring a crack in a dam. It might seem small at first, but eventually, the flood is coming. If we continue on our current path, using weak passwords, ignoring updates, clicking on every shiny link we see, the consequences will be catastrophic. It won't be a single dramatic event, it will be a slow, grinding decay of trust and security. More data breaches will erode our privacy, more ransomware attacks will cripple our businesses, more ransomware attacks will cripple our hospitals, more attacks on our infrastructure will threaten our way of life. But, and this is a very important but, it doesn't have to be this way. This is not a hopeless situation. The future is not yet written. We have the power to change course. You have the power to change course. Cybersecurity is not someone else's problem. It's our problem. It's a shared responsibility. Just like we all learn to look both ways before crossing the street, we all need to learn the basic rules of digital safety. It's a fundamental life skill for the 21st century. Every time you use a strong password, you make the internet a little bit safer. Every time you update your software, you close a door to a criminal. Every time you spot and delete a phishing email, you throw a wrench in a scammer's plans. These small, individual actions add up. They create a culture of security. They build a collective defense. We built this amazing, interconnected world. Now it's up to all of us to protect it. So please, take this seriously. Start today, because a safer internet for everyone starts with you. And for God's sake, check the security on your fish tank.